Hi guys, it's Andy, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, we are doing the Bingo of Shame for April. So if you want to see the look that we create, this look right here, with these 5 palettes. Yes, 5 palettes. And hear all the rules and everything for the community-driven round 2 of Bingo of Shame. Let's go ahead and just get on into it. Hi guys, you will have already seen the look in the intro there, but I have not done the look yet. Hi Daisy bro. He's not feeling good. He coughed up his first ever hairball today since we've had him. So he's having a day. Do you want uppies? Come here. Oh. Say hello. Say I'm sleepy. I just woke up. Oh. Yeah. So, if you don't know anything about this project, DW, Dub's Beauty Diary, and I created this where we randomly select a palette from a wheel spin. Here to post on the 16th of the month at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, and you use 5 to 8 shadows depending on your comfort and what the palette allows. If you want to dupe the vibes, here you go, Bubba. If you want to dupe the vibes of the palette, if you do not own the palette, that's a-okay. Please feel free to do that. And then on Instagram, we also have a group where we talk about the palette, post the palette, all of that. This month, as you're seeing this, in DW and I had decided to just finish out the last couple palettes in the wheel, which we will get to that here in 2 seconds, so that May 16th, we can start round 2, which is going to be much more community driven. We had every single person that participated in round 1 choose palettes for the wheel. And DW and I, if we do not own the palette, we have to dupe it because we're the creator. Like, we have to do it. You guys can play along if you'd like. If you don't, that's totally fine as well. The rules are still going to stay the same of posting on the 16th at 8 a.m., 5 to 8 shades of your choosing comfortability. Just make sure you use the hashtag Bingo of Shame if you're posting here on YouTube. If you're over on Instagram, do that too. If you want to be part of the Instagram group, message me with DW. We'll get you added into that. I already have spun the wheel for the May palette, so that will be added in at the end of the video. I'm very excited because it's a palette that I don't own, so it'll be my first time in the project duping a palette, so I am very excited about that. But for April, for this month, as you're watching this, we have 5 palettes, and I'm pulling 2 shades from each palette. I did already do that. The randomizer should be going, or I don't actually think I recorded the randomizer because it was just a lot. So we're just going to go through in the way that I wrote them down and swatch them out, because I always like keeping a swatch here for you guys as I do my look. So the first palette I went through was my Jeffree Star Alien palette. So this has 18 shades in it. Here is the color story. So the first shade that I got was number 9, which is Flying Saucer. 489. Which is this really nice green. Now, I don't normally do more than like 6 or 7 shades on my eyes, so I'm very interested to see where these 10 shades take me. And the second shade I got was number 1, which is Pluto, which could be a beautiful, my beautiful inner corner shade. And I'm thinking Flying Saucer might be a good either deepening outer corner shade, or even a liner. Then I went into the Pat McGrath Labs. This is the Bijou Brilliance Lunar Nightshade, which looks like this. It's just a little 5-pan. And the first shade I got was number 2, which is Midnight Iris, which is the only matte in the palette. What's up, Bubba? What do you need? So there is that. And then we got shade 5, which is Neptunian Orchid, which is beautiful. So there's that palette. Then I went into Natasha Denona Roxa palette. And that looks like this. And the first shade I got was number 11, which is Sweet Pea, which is this nice light purple. I like that we're going matte shimmer. That's pretty nice. And then I got number 14, which is Brink. So then we went into the Glamlite Scooby-Doo Rutro Raggy palette. This is the only one that when I spun them, I almost wanted to re-roll because I personally feel very lame about it, because I got both of these shimmers, which to me are so similar. Like, they're not that much different, but you know. I know they look a little different on the hand, but on the eyes, they're not that much different. And last but not least, we have Nomad's Ghost Town USA. And the very first shade I got was Tombstone, which is this very pretty gold. And then I got shade number 5, and when I was sitting here, originally, so I normally go this way, but I wanted another matte, so shade number 5 gave me Bandit Queen. Because I just, you know, if I could, without cheating, I wanted one more matte. So that's our color story. Which I don't hate it. Not going to say that I love it, but I don't hate it. We're trying out a new eye primer today since I finished my Julep Shadow Stick. So that's going to be, we'll see how this goes. This is from Julep Beauty as well, but this is their long wear eyeshadow primer, and it comes on a doe foot applicator. It feels like there's nothing on this. Owie. Why does it feel like there's nothing in here? Okay. Yeah, there's so little product that comes out of this. There we go. You get such little product that comes out on the doe foot, and I don't love that. But we'll have to see. So I'm going to start with the super light purple, which is Sweet Pea from the Roxa palette. Now, I don't normally use this many palettes in a look. I don't normally use this many colors in a look. So, you know, this is absolutely going to be a trust the process. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 mats. So, I guess first we're just going to need to deal with that. But like I said, I do think overall we have a pretty cohesive color story, which is pretty nice. Then I'm going to take the brown, which is Ghost Town USA's Bandit Queen. I'm just going to put that in my crease. So I'm finally almost over being sick. It feels like it's been forever, but I can finally start to breathe again. I can finally smell things a little bit, which has been lovely. We're getting there. Ooh, that is beautiful and pigmented. Oh my goodness. All right. Bring me this purple back. Hang on just a minute there. But I'm still not 100%. I'm sure you can hear it. Well, like, we're getting there. I'm miles better than I was, and that's what matters to me. Okay. So then I'm gonna take the darker purple. On flatter brush. I'm thinking I'm gonna put that green on the lower lash line is what I'm thinking. Blaze mirror. So we got a, what was it? Yeah. Ian got a new steering wheel set up. And it came in a giant box. And Blazemere has claimed that box. So that's, if you heard that, that was him climbing into his box to go back to sleep. But yeah, but my poor baby coughing up a hairball for the first time. I know that, like, it's not that big of a deal, and he's totally fine, but I felt so bad. Because he was just looking at me like, Mom, did I do something wrong? I'm sorry. And I'm like, you are okay, buddy. It is not the end of the world. How am I incorporating the green? Let me see. Let me see. I have palettes everywhere, and it's actually making me super anxious. I'm going to take a little bit of the dark purple. And then I'm going to go into Flying Saucer. All right. Okay, okay. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Just gave us a little bit of depth on the lower lash line. Fine. It's fine, I'm fine, we're fine. So now what am I going to do with all of these shimmers? Glitter glue. Okay. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of a cop-out. I'm going to layer the two from the Scooby-Doo palette together. Are they darker? They are. Okay. I'm going to start with them. And I'm going to put them just right there. Okay. Then I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona one. And I'm going to put that right there. Okay, okay. Then I'm going to go into the other Natasha Denona. I meant Pat McGrath. Now I'm going to go into the Natasha Denona shade. Okay. Then we're going to take the gold from the Nomad palette. And then actually, last but not least, the white gold from the Jeffree Star palette. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to go back into the gold. So there we go. That's the look. It's a little much. I would have dialed the shimmers back a little bit, but considering, I don't think it's horrid. Let me see, can we... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the other half camera, figure out what I'm doing for lips and all of that, and I will be right back to talk about these palettes, to talk about the next round's first palette and all of that with you guys. It'll be just a moment for you, but it's going to be a hot second for me. Alright, so here's the finished look. Everything else that's on my face always is in the description box, just in case you're curious. So, we're going to talk about these palettes. I'm going to rank them, because I have thoughts. So, if I were to rank these, in spot number 5 would be the Scooby-Doo and Glamlite Raggy, because one, the shades that I used, this palette, it's always been on the decluttering fence. I decluttered the other palette, the Creeps and Crawls, because they're just dark palettes. And these two shimmer shades are the same color. They are the exact same shade on the eye, and that has always made me viscerally angry. So, that would be at the very bottom of everything we use today. In spot number 4, crazy, is my Jeffree Star Alien palette. Because compared to the other formulas in front of me, these were super powdery. Super powdery, super just not as smooth and blendable and nice to work with as the other 3 palettes in front of me. So, that's all that is. The next 3, like, they're literally just based on the colors we got. So I'm going to go with the Pat McGrath one, because I just didn't love this shade. I do really like this matte. It actually was very nice. It borders the line of like a satin, because it's got that like velvety satin I don't know. It's an interesting texture for a matte. I absolutely want to use this palette again, but use it, you know, standalone by itself. But I did really enjoy it. Then we have my Roxa palette, which I love this palette, honestly. And I got my favorite shimmer in the whole palette, so I was pretty happy with that. So this was beautiful, wonderful. And then this blew me out of the water. This was so blendable and buttery and smooth and gorgeous, and this was just a really nice shimmer shade. Loved this from Nomad. So, overall, like I said, would I have picked 10 shades to put on my lids? No. Am I surprised using 5 palettes that I got this cohesive of a color story? Yes, actually. I think it turned out really nice, all things considered, and I'm pretty happy with it. So that is that. We're going to go ahead and roll. I will show you guys the palette for May. So, like I said, it is a palette that I do not have. Thank you so much, Renee, for putting this forward. I will leave her Instagram down below because she is just over on Instagram. It's the Urban Decay Born to Run. And I do not have this palette. So this is one that I will have to be duping the vibes of. Whether I do that with just my singles or with shades from palettes, we'll see what shades I get when we get to that. But the Urban Decay Born to Run is the May palette. So if you would like to participate, please feel free to do so, because we are now back up and running at all things normally scheduled programming. So that is going to do it for this month's Bingo of Shame. We appreciate your guys' cooperation and help with all of this and love for this project and just everything. We wouldn't be here without you guys in the community. So that is going to do it for this month's update. And any other questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.